Hey guys, Steve Blackard here. Hey, I'm out at the range with a #2 Remington rolling block. I thought I'd show you a little bit about this kind of unusual rifle. This is the #2s are considered the mid-size rolling blocks. They're larger than the #4s and considerably smaller than the ones and 1.5s in the military rifles. This is a rather unusual one, especially because it's in 44, originally 44 rimfire. Most of the #2s you find are either 22s or 32s. This is in 44, which is rather unusual. It's an early one, probably made 1879, 1880, somewhere in that ballpark. So I have converted it to centerfire because I like to shoot all my old rifles. So this one, while originally 44 rimfire, uh, with the centerfire conversion, I make cartridges and I use 41 Magnum brass for the cases that works pretty well. It has a, this is the cartridge. I know you can't see it really well. It's a little shorter than a 4440. And this has a 218 grain heeled type bullet. So the heel is, stepped in. So the bullet diameter is the same as the case. Now this is loaded with 22 grains of 3F Old Einsford black powder. And it's this load runs about around averaging around 1,100 feet per second. So it's pretty good for a small rifle. The lube on it is an old time factory heel bullet lube that was told to a writer in 1940, and it was recorded in a 1940 edition of the American Rifleman. And it's a lube recipe they used back in the before the turn of the century on these old type heel bullets. And so I've made that up, and I actually just dipped the cartridge into it, just covering the bullet in it. So it's a hard kind of waxy lube. Works really well on these. So I'm going to go ahead and take 5 shots. I got a target set up at 50 yards, and we'll see how it does. Now, with my old eyes, and I don't have a tang sight, this is not drilled for a tang sight, so I'm just using the barrel sight. So accuracy is blame it on me more than the rifle for the groups aren't quite as good as I'd like. So here we go. All right, there's one. Now I will say also I've just put a taller front sight blade on it, so it's shooting a bit low. I'm not going to change that, not until I've fired a number of different loads and decide what I want. But it's shooting a good bit low from the target right now, which is okay. Just getting it sighted in right now. Now some rifles back in the day were chambered for 44, the same cartridge. Some rifles had dual firing pins, so they could fire either center fire or rim fire cartridge. This one is only originally rim fire, so I had to convert it to center fire. So all right, let's take the next shot here. Now, after I took all the chamber dimensions and compared it to known cartridges, I found that the 44 rimfire, the cartridge dimensions are almost identical to the centerfire 44 Smith & Wesson American. So yeah, there was some collaboration going on back then. Basically, it's the same chamber reamer they would have used. Basically, cuts the same diameter. So fortunately, Old West Bullet Molds makes a 44 Smith & Wesson heel bullet mold, and the 41 Magnum brass works really good for this. The rim's just a little small, but as long as I'm careful not to slip it past the extractor, it works fine. All right, next shot. All right. This lube works really well. It's about close to 90 degrees out here right now. And this lube, it's a kind of a hard waxy lube, yeah, but it's still not melting. So it's still it's holding up quite well. Okay, there's our 5 shots. All right, so let's go down and take a look at the target. I will grab the camera and pause it while we walk down there. We'll go back and see how it looks. Okay, I'm down here at the target butts, and here's what I just shot. You see that group is nothing to write home about, but my eyes are a little blurry. I was shooting a little earlier. I shot this group. This was with 5.5 grains of unique, so it seemed to be a little bit tighter. This is the first time I've been out in the range with this new bullet, so I still got to work the load up a bit, but it's good for windage. I'll need to, obviously file the front sight down a bit to get it up in place, and see what I can do to tighten that group up a little bit. So anyway, that's the 44 rimfire Remington rolling block number 2. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy shooting these old ones and getting these old ones going again. So hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, see you later.